Alrighty, this is a replay. That's why you can see the power bar here. That's why you can slow it down also. I deployed my army on the right side of the map here, bunched up a bit, out of tower range of course. That ways you get most of their archers on the same general area here. There are a couple of them who decided to guard this center here, which would have been a good idea if they'd stayed there, but it's not hard to tease them out. Now we're going to, well, let's fast forward, but here I wasted the ammo with the Kari, and I've got the cultists with them because you'll see pretty soon, sometimes the towers shoot the cultists right there instead of him. The archers do not do that, but the towers have unlimited ammo, so they're more willing to waste their ammo on a target they're not likely to hit. And that's very helpful because, I found the towers to be more accurate than the archer units doing it this way, and I just want to keep as much damage off the Kari as possible. You saw we started this battle, he did not have very much health to begin with, and he gets hurt wasting ammo like this. He's a big target. This is my second time fighting this battle. First time I didn't do a very good job. I had some units get wiped out that I didn't want to get wiped out. I lost my fiends. After fighting the second time though, I started thinking maybe I should have just been okay with that, because the fiends, I needed them up until this point, because you're able to get to this battle one turn earlier than normal if you have a siege attacker in your herald's army. But I don't think I need them anymore. I did use them to help waste ammo later when the Kari got too hurt, but other than that, I don't think they're very useful. I also lost my Demonettes in this battle, and my Hellstriders and Slanesh. None of those are units that I was not willing to part with. I was planning to get rid of them anyway. Hellstriders and Slanesh, I haven't found very much utility for them at all. They kind of get into archers a little bit, but I've seen them lose in melee against regular archers. So, yeah, they're not very valuable to me, I don't think. Alright, so now, yeah, I meant to waste all of their ammo. See, one of them has a little bit of a sliver there, but that's alright. And getting the Kari out of the way, I do, at this point, see those other two archers, so you have to have their ammo finished off, but I'm not wanting to do that with the Kari. I'm going to use my Hellstriders of Slanesh first, and they're going to get killed. I know they will, but I'm okay with that. I'm going to stay them anyway. Now, watching this in the replay where I can see the power meter, I'm actually surprised that just wasting their ammo put the power meter so far in my direction. Because at this point I thought I still had a lot to do. Which I actually did, but the game saw it differently. You also saw, while I was fast forwarding, and probably also a little bit now, the AI had a lot of trouble remembering to keep its towers activated. And you can take advantage of that. If one of them, if you got like a white rook here, try and hug that area covered and avoid the red. It's easier to do than it sounds. Alright, so here I'm getting my herald ready. I don't think I was ready to attack at this point, right? Yeah, because I'm just getting her up here. That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to lure this archer down, because even just one of these guys can cause a lot of damage. When you get into melee with all these, you need to maximize your advantage and minimize theirs. I did not seduce any units in this battle. I only had the capacity to seduce just one of them, and I just decided I didn't think it was going to make that much of a difference. I wanted to keep the money because the money is tied at this point also. And here he comes. I've got him coming down. Oh, that's what I did. I used one of my devoted marauder units to try to tease him out of there. So now, I think is when, yeah, there's my fiends. They're fast and they do an effective job at wasting their ammo here, but they're easy to hit too. They definitely take more damage than the car would have. But he was just too hurt. I couldn't risk him getting killed. These guys, they at least had full health, so I could pull them back. Fiends, this is about all they're good for other than being a siege attacker, honestly. You know, I've tried to get them involved in battles, and, you know, they do okay. You can get them at archers, and they'll do better than the Hellstriders of Slanesh did, but they get killed very easily. They're kind of like demonettes in that regard. Whew. Yeah, that's one unit of archers he's trying to waste the ammo of, and got him down to more than half health, or lower than that, I mean. But he did his part. Oh, yeah, towers are getting him in the backside on the way out. That's alright, he'll live. Towers aren't doing super amount of damage, it looks like. Alright. So here's where it looks like I'm already going to, getting them to waste their warden's cage, and I was trying to break down the door and they opened it. I hate it when they do that. Is actually an accidental good strategy on behalf of the AI, or it would have been if they'd let me run in and just lock the doors behind me. Instead, they were stupid and let this guy get out, and I almost killed him, but I knocked him back against the gate and he ran back inside, banging at the door. Let me in! Let me in! Alright. So now I got him banging at the door here. Yep. And I'm bringing my Marauders first. Let the Marauders get in first to soak up those tower arrows, and the demonettes from behind. Nakari and my fiends are still back here. Where's my Scourge Chariots? Or Hellflares, I mean to say. There they are. I did eventually get them into it, but that was like towards the end of the battle. It's really hard to get them into a situation like this, but I did manage it. Yeah. In here, yeah. The pendulum, I have no idea how to pronounce that first word, I won't lie. I don't even know what the hell that means. Pendulum. But yeah, she's got both her points in the pendulum. I was able to get her leveled up that well because she initiated the attack in that last siege battle, which was a big one. She got a lot of experience for it. And that's very essential because you're going to need that for this battle here. Whew. One thing I could have tried to send my single entity units in here first, but they're not at full health, and there's a lot of stuff here. I've tried that a couple times. I've been in situations where, even though the cultists and the herald are really tanky, they just couldn't get out of melee, and they ended up getting killed anyway. Whew. Looks like I probably forgot to waste somebody's ammo, but it looked like he didn't have a whole lot to begin with. It looked like he was shooting his own units mostly. Oh, and here's where I got the demonettes into it. I didn't notice that, but I climbed them up over this wall here to get them to flank these guys, and well, they're helping, but they're just not doing enough. And they get shot by these towers, which is bad. Yeah, they're gonna die very quickly. I mean, Marauders would not have died in this situation. They probably wouldn't even have routed, honestly. Well, maybe they would have routed, but now when the Demonettes go to zero leadership, they dissolve. They die. Marauders, they run away. The way they did help is by drawing these guys off so I could get the rest of my army in, and I'll be bringing my Hellflayers in soon. And pretty soon I'm also going to bring in Dakari because I have some of my units starting to waver, and you know, him being in proximity gets their leadership up. I was actually worried that I would end up suffering the army losses, but apparently, looking at Power Bar now, that would not have been an issue. Ooh, you can see why I would have thought that though. Look at him. How many of them is wavering? Yeah, here comes Dakari and my cultist, which I had taken out earlier because she just get too hurt. Here goes my Hellflayers. And I think the Hellflayers is what ended up finally doing the trick. I'm out of Winds of Magic now. Yeah. Yeah, they were on their last legs anyway, but yeah, that pushed them over the edge. And anyway, since this is the only city that Tor Yvresse has, this is how I was able to vassalize Tor Yvresse on turn 4. I am doing this for a strategy guide I'm making, how to win as Dakari on legendary difficulty. You can find the link to that in the comments. Now, thank you.